When you do your thumbs up, what does it mean? Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. This is Wednesday, August 8th, 9th, August 9th, the great year of 2017. Thanks for tuning in. I'm near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania right now. We went up to Henryville yesterday and showed you a tiny home that we went to and visited, and we had to make a visit there with Renee and Andy, and I hope you got to see it. If not, go back to yesterday's video, and it was a beautiful home they'd done in the workshop. The only thing, they had come about a week early, so they had about 10 days in that home. We had probably 2 days before that, so the whole house is looking at about a 12-day build. 24 feet, I believe it was?
Yeah.
24 foot. Staircases, and you guys will go back and look at it. You can see the only thing that and they had stained the outside. The only thing inside was not done was the wall finishes, which is a polyurethane. But again, thanks for tuning in. I won't make this really long. We're heading on back to Morristown, and it'll be a long drive to get back. But wanted to stop at this beautiful park. It was, you talking about frustrating. All these little towns, and I wanted to go by Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and see these old Amish farms and stuff. I love farming. I love farms, and I don't know. It's just really neat how they do that. Then I got frustrated because I noticed the Amish, and you guys may know more about all this. I don't Google and learn stuff. It's just what I observe. But they use weed eaters, and they use, I went in a store owned by the Amish, and they use battery lights, gas lights, but they got electricity from a generator and solar, but that won't hook to the grid. And so I started thinking, there was a lady in Florida and parts of the United States where they won't allow you to catch water catchment, and they won't allow you to be not hooked to the grid. None of the homes in Lancaster, the Amish, are hooked to the grid. There are no power lines going to their house. And I was, why do they get to do that and we don't? So I'm going to start growing long facial hair, which won't come because I'm Choctaw Indian. I can't get no facial hair. And then wear me a hat, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not right. I'm just kidding, but that's like, God, I'm going to look into it. It's like, how come they cannot be hooked to the grid and not get in trouble with, and then all their horses are pooping on the roads. And I can imagine if I had a horse, I swear to God, I know a cop would pull me over and tell me I need to clean up behind myself, Anyway, it's an education for me. But I love their farms, the way they look. We were so close, I wanted to run by and see that. Also went by a competitor's place and another tiny home builder in the area. I have not ever seen another tiny home competitor. I don't know what they do. One thing that I hear is that they're all busy. Everybody's backed up with work. I'm not backed up. I got 4 homes to build. We've got 11 in the house. They're all heading out, finishing up 2 customs, and I got 4 more coming in. They'll be gone in a month. All 4 of the ones that are coming in right now will be gone again in a month. And I'm like, God, I don't know what, sometimes I think, am I not doing enough? I know we're selling them cheaper than everybody. We're building them fast. I took pictures of the competitors, went by there and seen it. And I was like, man, and I am very critical about what I do. You ask the guys, they can't do enough to do a good job. And I'm trying, I compliment them all, but I'm always critiquing myself and wanting to do a better job. And these had no soffits, and there was no gutters, and it was vinyl siding, and it was just, man, I don't know it. And before I went there, I was mad because God, they're just covered up, But it was just a 2-bay garage, and one was in there being built, And then I was like, all right, I don't know what's going on, and I can't, like some people have told me, don't worry about your competitors, Randy, just keep doing what you're doing. And I do. I beat to my own drum, and I go, and I've got a lot of stuff going on. So it's you don't know what's going on outside there. All I know is that, how big, or not, it's not even how big. I know what we can handle. We can handle more than what we're doing. And I'm excited about where we're going and what we're doing. Remember, I have my eyes and my hands are on every part of this business. I see the quality, I see the work going in. I can physically build these homes, but I can't physically build them and run a company too. So there are times where I strap a belt on. Oh, sorry. I would rather so much, this is my son Colin, and rather so much to be building. I enjoy the physical end of it. I think that's why you guys see me physically doing so many things on the show. I'm a physical guy, so I like building, I like working. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that seeing other competitors and seeing what they're doing, I do feel like, God, how come, what are they doing that we're not, you know. And we got a full-time social media person. I think I almost have 18, 19 people on payroll, you know. It's amazing. And anyway, but thank you for tuning in. I'm not going to keep you very long. We're on our way back to Morristown, and there was a comment that came in, and I don't read the comments very often, but somebody was defending me about saying, hey, he's not arrogant and all that stuff. I'd want to just say that I apologize if I do come across arrogant sometimes. Most of the time, I'm just really joking about everything. I'm very apologetic mostly in my whole life. Sometimes I'm even sorry I'm in the world, you know. I'm walking around. So if I seem that way, most of the time it's just joking around and not really knowing what to say on Facebook Live. But I'm massively, massively grateful for this business and for your business and for you tuning in. Everything that I do is to generate jobs for these guys, for us to build a business, and for you to have a massive product that I can stand behind. And I know my handshake is my bond, my word is my bond. You can ask anybody out there that what I do, and that's just not a cliche. All right, it's not. So you know, the homes that we've built, we're trying to better all the time. You know, John working and he's in charge of my inventory and products and stuff that we're ordering. And again, I'm only going to keep you a couple more minutes. Is that our solar? We're actually going to come up with an incredible solar line. It's incredible solar. It's going to have our logo stamped on it. Okay? I'm not wanting to get into the solar business where all I do is sell solar. I want to sell our solar on our products, and then I can put our off-grid additions on our homes that will go into our communities. I want our off-grid communities to be really. The only reason I'm doing off-grid communities is because our customers need a place to put them. There's no place to put a tiny home. So I was, all right, for us to build homes, I need to finance them or get somebody to finance them, and I need a place to put them. Well, not everybody's want to live in Tennessee, and I'm fine. I have a customer right now in LA, and I'd love to build one in LA County. And I'm actually looking in LA County. I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to look into the zoning and everything, maybe in a commercial park to put one in. If we're off grid and we reclaim our water, we don't have to have water, power, sewer, or anything. So I'm excited about that concept, and we're getting it to where that solar, I'm hoping, is almost a third of what anybody else will sell it in the United States for. Why don't I go a half? Because I don't want to. I want to get these out there to you all and change everything. And you know, the people that I've met, man, the people I met are like me. I got a t-shirt on, right? This is what I wear. This is Walmart. I'm not a fancy guy. These pants, I like my stretchy pants. These pants, I work in them. They're good. I could do the acrobat yesterday. First pair of shoes I bought, and I don't know how long. I usually wear work boots, but these are just, I finally got these. You know, I live in the bunk room. I'm like you. I know when I look on Facebook a lot of times, I see guys, oh man, look at them. They got this, they got that. You know, they got big trucks and cars, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. But I work with people, and I live with people, and I talk with people that are barely making it in this world. They're making 20,000, they're making 30, 40,000, and they're just getting by. And that's the people that we're selling homes to. We're selling people to millennials. We're selling people to retirements. We're telling people that they have to downsize. They want to downsize because the money's too expensive. So I need to get down the prices, and I think that's the majority of us out here. We just went through some beautiful country and some massive homes. There's some rich people, man. That camp we were at yesterday, they paid $10,000 a kid for 6 weeks to stay at that camp. $10,000 for a 6-week camp, you know? And they go there every year, their whole life, you know? And that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm not there. So I just want to tell you that my heart is for the common guys. It is for the rich people, whatever, that's fine too, but it just seems as though I see that we need help, you know? And if I can make a living helping you all, and I can get by, and you all can get a good deal, that's where I'm at with my power, that's where I'm going with my water reclamation, that's where I'm doing with anything that we build, all right? So I don't know where I was going with all that, but I just wanted to tell you, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'm heading home. And I hope that we can go back, and I'd love to tour the homes that we've already built. Got so many ideas, so many things, and I'm not taking my focus. I think what I wanted to get onto is I'm not taking my focus off the building. I'm trying to enhance the building with the power, with the sewer, with the water reclamation. It's a package, and once I get this down, I think it's going to be a great thing to add to almost every home that we have. Could you imagine having solar on your home for $2,500 bucks, $3,000? Could you imagine having that? That'd be awesome. And then another water reclamation for what, $1,200-1,500 bucks, and recycle every bit of your water, and have water tanks, and we can park right here for a week. Go to Burning Man. At that Burning Man, I think of that because they're out in the desert. I've never been there, and they sit there, and you don't have to have any water, power, sewer, nothing. You're good to go. You know, that's just, and that's what we want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm shooting for. You know, in every home, and be common. And for grandma or grandpa or somebody who's a novice at any of that technology can fix it and look at it in a real simple way, and it's not rocket science to operate that system. That's where I'm at. So I'm excited. Can't wait to get back and get rolling on this. We got 3 or 4 heading out. We're going to California twice. Matt's heading to California Saturday. I think he's going to Florida right now. He's coming back, and we'll go to California again and come back, and then I think he's going, God, another one. So we're excited about where we're going. One thing about finances, I'm going to let you go. All right, the finances is, we had a customer call today. He said, hey, do you got a VIN number in your home? They're certified. Are they titled? I said, yes, they're titled. He said, well, the bank will loan me money on a building that's already built. But as you know, we all take 50% down. If you can get a loan on a home that's already built and get pre-qualified for a loan, I will build your house without any money down. We'll sign a contract, we'll get it done, all right? And then when it's built, then you can get your loan against what we built. So if that will help you in obtaining a loan from your local lender or who you're borrowing money from, I will do that. Now, I can't do it at a bunch because everybody come at me right now. I don't have the money to build them. But if I build 3 or 4, that money can be hurried up and built one, and then we can pay it and see, I don't have a lot of revenue to do that, so I roll it over really quick. The reason we do that is because we are efficient with our build. We'll have a house built in 13 days, 13 to 17 days, depending on what you want on it, right? So I can do that. So you figure if I plan this just right, I'll only be out of money maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So that's where I'm at. So if you all have that predicament in your lending, let me know, okay? When you get you pre-qualified, I'll get you a VIN number, I'll get all that ready for you, get your bank set up, I'll build that house. Then you can close on it and show the bank you physically own a home. All right? Is there any questions that we have?
Let's see. Everybody's they love where you're at, they love your ideas, they're just encouraging you. Travis said for you to go back to work. You don't need to be here. You need to be going back to work.
Isn't that the truth? I'm like chomping.
That's Travis. He can't get back to Tennessee fast enough. No, if anybody's got any questions, everybody's really loving it tonight.
Because we do come on every Wednesday night, and I promised that I would, and I said I would, so that's what I want to do. And there are some people that wait maybe to watch our show, and so someone says, hey, I'm here, and thank you for tuning in.
You know, one of the things I just want to ask, and they may want to know too, is that with the mortgage company that you're working with,
yeah.
Is it something, should they be waiting for you, or should we go ahead and, what should they be doing?
That's what the gentleman talked to me, the customer.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I'm swatting them. There's gnats flying around.
There he is.
They're, it's 21st Mortgage, and they're out of Knoxville, all right? They're waiting for my profit and loss records for 2016 and 17. I'm working with my accountant to get these out there. We're hoping I'll have them out by the end of this week or beginning of next week. They're doing that because if you go to 21st Mortgage and you get a loan, what they're going to do is loan me the money, like a construction loan, and then you can close on it and you got your home. Mm-hmm. I would go to 21st Mortgage and inquire about it. Inquire about a loan. And that's probably what we should do. I was really thought we'd do the P&Ls and get them done and get them out there, and I wanted to get my stuff done first because that's what they had told me. Get your paperwork in first, and then your customers can come in. Mm-hmm. I don't see why you can't start preliminary work right now. And we're really, 80% of our customers need financing. So I would say go to 21st Mortgage out of Knoxville. Mm-hmm. It's owned by Warren Buffett. That company used to be owned by Clayton Homes, here in Tennessee. Clayton's is a big mobile home manufacturer. So 21st Mortgage was created to finance mobile homes, Clayton Homes. Warren Buffett bought both those companies out, along with so many more RV companies. And as you know, RVs are on the rise of selling. They're selling RVs everywhere. So I think the company knows about that industry. They're familiar with the RVs, the mobile homes, and why not tiny homes, right? So it's 21st Mortgage out of Knoxville, Tennessee, but they operate nationwide.
Colleen has I think a really great question. Says, do these homes appreciate at all or depreciate like RVs?
Well, I don't.
Is there anything to judge it by?
You know what? This is how I'm going to logically look at that, right?
Okay.
How everything depreciates. So, yeah, I mean, everything. This tree's going to depreciate, you know? The thing is that I like about our product is, let's say you look at our home and you do comparables with the market. So take the top 10 builders in the United States, compare all their amenities and their quality of construction to our home. And if we rate in that category, and there's 80 and 90,000, and we're at 30 to 50,000, right? You already have equity built in the home. So if ours is could you imagine trying to sell an $80,000 tiny house on your own? So you just bought an $80,000 or $90,000 tiny house. When I buy something, I always think, would somebody give me that amount of money for what I just bought? A lot of times they won't, but it's what I wanted, so I buy it anyway, right? But if ours are compared to theirs, and we're already half or a third less, the depreciation is going to be so much far less in ours than theirs. Does that make sense? That's how I look at it.
Okay. Mandy just made a suggestion. John Hope Bryant is your man. Contact him. He has money to help people get real homes.
Who's John Hope Bryant?
Don't know. Mandy, let us know who you're talking about and his contact information. John Hope Bryant, she said, call him.
We'll look into that and make sure he's, you know,
let us know.
Make sure he's not the Russian mob, and we'll let you know.
Jennifer wants to know, is the loan through 21st Mortgage, she said Century, but it's 21st Mortgage, hard to get like an RV loan? It's considered a recreational vehicle for an RV, so the requirements are high. So what is it?
Is that what she's asking or telling?
She's asking.
They told me, the person I've been working with, it is 650 credit score, 10% down, finance 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
They are in the RV mobile home industry. So I don't know all the details in the interest rate. I'm offering my Lean On Me. Okay, Lean On Me is, if you guys got half, I'll finance the other half for 2 years. Now, once I get these communities going, and you move into our community, one of our communities, I see it, one of our communities that we're doing, I'll consider financing longer term, you know, because you're in there and you can't run off in the middle of the night, you know, something like that.
Susan made a comment. I just, I guess she added a Clayton Designer tiny home on Facebook, starting at $100,000. She said, keep doing what you're doing, Randy, helping people.
Awesome.
Mandy said she will forward the info to him, so she's going to send our information to him. Thank you, Mandy.
Yep.
And she said, awesome, thanks for all that you do.
I do have a couple investors that are actually wanting to maybe help in a certain way, you know, with our company, with our business. You know, we are in the process of actually purchasing merchandise that we're able to put our logo on and our stamp on and own certain things. I'll let you know more about that, but we're excited. John Harrison, that works for us now, that does all our inventory, does all of our purchasing. And it's not like I'm a big enough company to have a purchaser, right? I hire people for the future. All of my money, I don't have, any profit that I've made has went back into labor. It really is. That's where all my costs are in labor, but I'm so much looking to the future. John is our future. Sherry, looking into all our communities, she's our future. So I'm paying for the future. Alyssa, full-time social media. Full-time, that's what she does, all day. you know, full-time social media. I'm trying to push this forward to let you all know and get us out there, you know. So yeah, that's where everything I go. So the things that we're going to be purchasing is, I'm just so excited. The products that we're getting, the prices that we're getting, because we're buying them in bulk. And that's what our investors are thinking. Hey, if you're going to do that and you need this and that, and so anyway, that's where I'm looking.
Curtis is asking Dallas community. I'm assuming he's asking about maybe a community down there,
yep.
or
that's I'm looking at Dallas. I'm looking at LA, and I'm looking at Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm being really creative about it. It doesn't have to be a lush place like this, you know. This is just a park off the interstate that I found. So it's real creative. I think it'd be really cool. Yep, Dallas, definitely.
Doug Hobbs, he may have been at the shop today, said, I saw some great looking homes being built today. So he must have visited today.
Thank you.
Let's see. Are you going, Jacqueline, are you going to be hauling a tiny house to California?
Yes.
Can you make a stop for people to see it?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go, we'll be in California twice. We're going to Northern California, and then we're going to Southern California.
Let's see.
Where's Lynette live?
Let's see. Lynette is in Colorado.
We'll be going to Colorado, California, and California again.
Yep. Yes.
October 27th through the 29th, our Jamboree. This is a tiny house community Jamboree. All right, that's what I think's awesome. It's a tiny house community Jamboree. I think right now we've almost got 4 or 5 people already lined up to want to move to the community. We got 84 or 5 days before our Jamboree. So I'm hoping we'll have 14, 15, 20 people living there. We're going to put our models over there, plus these people moving in there. We will have some on-grid and some off-grid. So I'm excited about that. We'll have a Hobbit house be on display and be able to stay the night in. You'll be able to have some rentals that you can sleep in and stay. This is a big deal. This Jamboree is going to be our first Jamboree. It's all exclusive, incredible tiny homes. Food vendors from all over are going to come there. We're going to bring, I'm not charging the food vendors anything, because I want them to come, and I want you all to have such fantastic food to participate and have fun.
And Rose and Janet, people are asking about the website, and Alyssa's getting everything together about hotels, food vendors, and whenever Sherry gets all the information, we're trying to get it posted on the website as soon as possible. People need to know.
Yes, yes. And hey, just call and we'll physically tell you too right now until all that information is up. Man, I'm just excited. You can camp out there with us, pitch a tent with us. We'll have bonfires. We're going to be talking at night, and you know, it's just neat. It's like a campground. We're going to make it in a big campground. We're going to visit each other. I'm going to be there the full time, and we're also going to be building a tiny home in 3 days. So that home will be built throughout, maybe not throughout the whole night, but we'll get it done in 3 days. It's no problem. But you're going to be able to see it being built. All right, you're going to see the construction of it. You're going to see all that, and so that's, and then no purchase necessary. You fill out your name. We're going to give that house away.
And Alyssa's getting the tickets. She's squaring that away. She was working on it yesterday, and I'll touch base with her and see what's going on to get the tickets for the actual show.
Yeah, the show, to get in the gate, $20 for 3 days.
Yes.
I mean, come on. And then you get in there, you register for the giveaway on that house, and there are going to be some other items. We're going to, you know, door prizes, stuff like that. You don't have to purchase anything to register for that. That's what they, listen everybody, you know what's going on here. We're having a Jamboree, we're going to give a house away. Legally, the government says we can't have a raffle, and I'm not having a raffle. It can't be any purchase necessary. So you can register online, and you can register win a house. No purchase necessary. I'm having a Jamboree, generate income, all right? But I'm offering so many things at this Jamboree. We're going to have special speakers building that house you can see being built. We're going to have, you know, all kinds of, we're going to have storytelling, we're going to have camps and bonfires, we're going to have, you know, our off-grid package. I'm going to show you how to work your off-grid. We're going to have our water reclamation system there. You're going to watch it work. You know, we're going to be, what I want to do is a mock invisible house, and we're going to have shower water and everything going, washing machines going through our system, and then coming out, and we're going to test that water to show you that it's pure. We're going to do that online, hopefully next week anyway. Show you our solar system. We'll have our panels there and how it all works and explain it to you. And then I think what's the best thing of the whole community is that or the jamboree is we have people living in their homes, and you get to talk to them. They're living right there, and you get to, you know, I'm going to ask them if they'll allow people to walk through their house so you can tour their home and ask them questions. Just like Renee and Andy yesterday, they were talking about their compost toilet, and he said in 6 weeks they haven't dumped it. They're using peat moss. The first 2 weeks it was terrible because he used wet peat moss and coconut shavings, and it was wet and it was terrible. No smell. They're clean. That house was spot on. Beautiful. It was, it's like 24 foot to me is like, that's it.
Susan has a good question. Susan said on the land, the new property, will you offer monthly or yearly leases?
Yes. It'll be month to month. You can do a year if you'd like. You can do 2 3 year leases. People that finance will probably do 2 to 3 year leases, you know, for a commitment, financing and different things like that. If you do come to the community, we'll do a solar and power for cost. But because we're doing it for cost and no profit, then we'll want a lease on the property in our community that you'll stay for a while so we can kind of reclaim some of them costs.
And Lillian, she follows us all the time. How is your son, Bryce, enjoying the tiny home? How's it going?
You know what he's enjoying most of all is away from the warehouse. I mean, he's over there at night, he's alone, you don't have to fool with anybody. He may not want me to tell him this, but he had his shower base, and we put metal up. All the screws that he put up, he put one screw through a water line. Oh my God, the water flooded his house, warped his floors. So him and I hit it last week, and that morning we gutted his house. I mean gutted, took out the shower, took out the metal, shoveled out the floor, right? Cut out the OSB, the subfloor that was wet, took it out, replaced it with new, put all new wood floors down, put the shower down, metal on.
Because now he has a multicolored floor.
Oh my God, multicolored. And we had to take all the kitchen out, all the plumbing, all the sinks, right? Put it all back together and did it in a day.
Yeah.
So, but I told, you know, and he was down about it. I said, listen, this is part of it.
It happens.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was a young guy. God, I'd have been down too at 21, you know. I think that's what's the benefit is getting a little bit older. Only benefit is you've been hit so hard so many times. Man, it's like, I don't even think about not getting up. You just grab the handle and go, you know. So yeah, he's doing fine. He loves where he's living. And matter of fact, he's looking to go back in the property when we get our off-grid system set up. I want to put him on it ASAP. So he's our guinea pig. We good? All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry I don't have a tiny house for you to tour and different things, but I do just want to tell you thank you for tuning in. I'm very, very grateful for everything. I'm going to give you a heads up. We last news for everything is that, and we do have RVAH. It's Recreational Vehicle and Alternative Housing Certification. We do have that to offer in our homes for your insurance and loan needs. Okay. But the one thing I just wanted to share is that with what we're doing as a company and where we're going, man, I just deeply appreciate everything that where I'm at and you all tuning in and everybody that sends, you know, your encouraging words. And I apologize if I come across any kind of discolor. Anything I ever do is just because I'm stupid and I don't think about what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be fun or something like that. But I'm appreciative of every single person that we run into and their customers
and these followers. I can't get over Travis and Lillian and Regina and all the people that follow all the time, and Sean, and you have loyal followers.
I expect
Facebook,
them kind of, you know.
I know.
I think about you
They're
guys.
fantastic.
I gotta stop because they're going to be thinking, they're going to want to see, and I do. I think about all that, you know. I want to show you something that's exciting. I want to help you understand and be fun, and it's good, and I enjoy doing that. That's what I was going to get at. HGTV. Scripps Howard, as you know, was bought out by Discovery, I heard last week. Has nothing to do with this design, this particular topic, but a production company out of California that we sent our trailer to of our first workshop Scripps Howard accepted our pilot program or show, and they wanted to put us out on a pilot show, but the cost to produce the show was $380,000, and never had a home show ever cost that much. So they've turned it down. So we will not be having a pilot show on HGTV or DIY. They said it was too much money. Now, I had thought about trying to find investors that would kick in and pay part of the production costs. But how it works is Scripps Howard cannot guarantee that when that pilot is done before it airs, they may not like it and air it. So they cannot guarantee that you put all that money in it that they're even gonna air it, you know. So, and they couldn't do it. So we're out on that end. So we will not be on DIY, and I was really wanting our workshop to be on that. So it won't. So I've got some other ideas. Just want to let everybody know, I know some people are excited about seeing us. 1 hour show on nationwide TV would have been bomb. But hey, we're good enough. We got you all on Facebook, and that's all we need. We're going to take over the world. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back. I'm heading back to Tennessee.